For GMDSS, a distress call was a hope. Someone, somewhere, listening at the right moment. GMDSS turned that hope into a system. Automated alerts, satellites, and equipment that keeps watch when no human can. For the operator, it is a license subject. The exam tests the system's logic, not button memorization. In the next few minutes, digital selective calling, the C areas, EPIRB and SART, the satellite services, and the spoken distress message that still finishes the job. The heart of the system is digital selective calling. One press of the red button, and the radio itself transmits a formatted alert. Who you are, where you are, and if you have selected it, what is wrong. Who you are is the MMSI and a 9-digit identity programmed into the set, which is why a wrong MMSI is not a typo but a false identity broadcast to every rescue center in range. The alert repeats automatically until acknowledged on channel 74 VHF and 2187.5 kHz on MF, frequencies kept clear of everything else, so distress never queues. Coverage is organized as nested rings. See Area A1, within the range of a coast station with DSC roughly 20 to 30 miles. A2, within MF range up to around 150. A3 is the satellite belt, covered by the geostationary constellation, between roughly 70 north and 70 south. A4 is what remains, the polar caps, where F does the work. The area decides the fit. What equipment a ship must carry follows from where she treats. That is the exam's favorite pairing. Area to equipment, equipment to area. When the ship is lost, two small machines take over. The EPIRB floats free, switches itself on, and transmits on 406 MHz to the satellites, position identity, and a homing signal for the aircraft. The SART answers radars instead. Interrogated by any 9 GHz radar, it paints a line of dots running outward from your position on the rescuer screen. No codes, no language, just a trail to follow. Both are tested and serviced on schedule, and both have one rule in common: registration. An unregistered beacon alerts the world and tells it nothing. The satellite leg carries what radio range cannot. Distress priority messaging, safety broadcasts, and telephony through the recognized mobile satellite services with equipment that flags distress traffic ahead of everything else. Alongside it runs the broadcast side, maritime safety information, navigational warnings, weather, and distress relays, delivered by Navtex on 518 kHz near the coast and by Satellite Safety Services DSC. The operator's discipline is the daily and weekly test routine, logged in the radio log, because the exam asks what is tested daily, and the inspector asks to see it. After the automation, a human still speaks. The spoken distress message has a fixed shape, Mayday 3 times. This is the ship's name 3 times, then Mayday once, name, position, nature of distress, assistance required, and any information that helps. Position leads for a reason. If the transmission dies mid-sentence, the rescuers already have the one thing they cannot work without. In the discipline of silence, distress traffic owns the frequency. Silence Mayday clears it. Silence Fini releases it, and every operator is examined on both. Examiners test GMDSS and patterns. The system, C areas and their equipment fits DSC frequencies, alert and acknowledgement procedure. The hardware, EPIRB and SART principles, registration, batteries and service dates, the daily, weekly and monthly tests. And the procedures, the full spoken distress message, canceling a false alert, and the silence commands. Worked practice makes them automatic, which is what a distress deserves. That practice is what the workbook is for. The GMDSS operator workbook is C areas, satellite services, EPIRB, SART, and distress procedure, with practice questions and work answers throughout. The link is in the description alongside the rest of the Maritime exam series. Keep the watch honest. The system only works if its operator does.